The next card we have to add right now is those cards right here. So we have 5 cards to be added. So we're going to add those cards right now. So let's get back there. So we go to insert, illustrations, shapes, and we take this particular rectangle rounded corners. We drag it down. So we have to adjust it by going to this particular part here. We can actually have it adjusted. So the height now is going to be 0.72, 0.72, while we keep the weight at 1.91. So nicely done. So we can go with this, Ctrl+1, and put it on white and take off this. So now I'm gonna have this right here. Make sure it goes a bit inside. So it looks just like this. So I don't really like the way it is now. Let me put this on 16 transparency. So I'm gonna do 16. So sure. So now we have something like this. So we can make sure this one goes behind this. So we have to right click and send to back. So it goes behind it. It disappears behind it a little bit. So now I can just move this. So Ctrl+D to duplicate it. So we have to do this into 5. For now, I'm going to get this off here. 3, 4, and 5. So the 5th one now, I'm going to make sure it starts from here. So we want to have a little space right at this particular edge. So, and to do that, we just have to move it. So now we can hold Control to select everything. So let us see how we can get this done. So we go to the top level, we click on Format, Shape, or Shape Format. So you go to Align. So we're going to align this to the top. That is aligned up. So you can see the space between here and here is not actually the same. So we have to go and make sure we distribute horizontally. And that is all. You got it? So the next thing now is for you to right click and send all of them to back. So that creates a card for us just like this. So almost there. So now that we've gotten that done, let us get this one away from here and we'll bring it down and type in what should be here. So here is going to be our quantity. I'm going to say QTY. So order. So quantity ordered. So we have to just make sure we centralize this, go to home, this and this. So we bring this right here. So let us see how we can resize this. So let's go to the top here. Now we have to change the font type to this and we have to make it 11. And we select something like this is okay. So the bold will be turned off. So we're gonna have something like this. I can see it's still bright a bit. So I'm gonna select this first one here. So that is nice. So we can just get this one duplicated and have it down. Type in whatever you wanna have right for this. That's gonna be my average. So average order. So average order. So duplicate it and take one of it up. So here's my average order. So don't bother about where it stays for now. So now this one here, we have to bring this one to be. So now we have to just go ahead and make sure the space here is enough. So once we are satisfied with the spaces, so select this, 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 and this, and we just do this once and for all. So nice. So what I love to do now is just for me to select all of them once again and just drag them down. So something like this would be cool. You might be thinking like, what the heck are you doing? Don't worry, this will make a lot of sense. So we come back here. Now we have to copy our pivot table. So copy it one here, and we have to remove this. We don't need this. So we have to go to our active, and here we go. So we're going to select our total quantity. So the average order is not yet calculated, so we need to actually add a particular, DAX code for that. So just select this and go right here and insert, our pivot. So new. So here we're gonna say average order. So we're gonna use an average function here. So average. So here we go. So we have to go to order returned. So we are taking average order returned. Okay, instead of average order returned, let us go with our quantity ordered average order, not the returned order. So we go with our average quantity. So under the fact table, we have total quantity here. So we close this and we check this. It's okay. So it's gonna be number, and here is gonna be whole number as well. So it's a comma separator. So, and this gives us our average order, which is 30. So we have just gotten our average order right here. So the next thing now is order returned. So we just have to scroll down a little bit. So return order. So we drag it in. So next is the total revenue, which is our total revenue here. So we go for gross profit. So once we scroll down, we can see where we have our gross profit right in. So we drag it to this part here. So we've just gotten what we need for our card. So we are good to go. So one thing for sure is go back here and click on this. So we just have to go and pick it up. So the next thing again, select this one. So go back there and pick this up. So we do the same thing for this as well. So pick them up one by one. Make sure you don't mix any one of it. So don't take gross profit or revenue. It's gonna render your analysis to be some kind of awkward. So we just go ahead and do this as well. Analysis, and here we go. So we are done with all of them. So it is time for we to actually format these cards, the value we have on them rightly. So what can we do? So I have one of it selected. I'm going to have to just duplicate it and bring it down for we to see what we are doing. So now I go to this top ribbon, home. So I'm going to put this on 24. So we have to stretch it a bit. So it's on 24. So I'm going to come here and select a different font type, just like this, called your UPC, something like this, you can see. So I'm going to select this color here. So nicely done, right? So the next thing I do now is just for me to just make sure it floats to this end. And I'm going to go ahead and double click on this. So I will just make sure I do this. So can you see that now? Beautiful. So here we go. Just for we to take off the format painter, we just have to click on escape. And I'm going to stretch this right here. That is nice. So what is next again is for me to stretch this, for me to show all the values we have there. So just make sure you set it up to have what you want, right? So you can just bring this down a little bit, just like this here. So I can actually click on this, this, and this, and we just do this once and for all, align bottom. So nicely done. So we can select this and make sure all the values here are showing. That is better. All right. So how do you see this? We are actually coming up with our beautiful dashboard. So we can just make sure we always save this, because it can just close anytime. So we don't want to lose our hard work, right?